What's up, guys? It's Jensen and welcome to another video. So even though Matt Ryan's the quarterback of the Atlanta Falcons and he's still pretty good, I think that the Atlanta Falcons might need to consider using a second or third round draft pick on a quarterback this year, because they don't know what Matt Ryan's going to be like in like a year or two, because Matt Ryan obviously is getting a little older. He's shown a little bit of signs of decline, like he doesn't have as much arm strength anymore, little signs like that. So they might want to consider using a second or third round pick on a quarterback. And I think the perfect quarterback for them would be Jake Fromm from Georgia. Obviously, the location makes sense because Jake Fromm has pretty much played football in Georgia his entire career. First in high school, then at the University of Georgia, obviously. So location-wise, it makes sense. But, I mean, this dude, even though he doesn't have elite arm strength, even though he's not going to be the one to scramble out of the pocket and make explosive plays like that, he's very competitive, obviously. He's battle-tested. He went through quarterback battles against Jacob Eason and Justin Fields, and he beat both of them. That's impressive. This dude, he has the heart of a lion, in my opinion. He's accurate, and even though he's never going to be one of those upper echelon Deshaun Watson, Patrick Mahomes type quarterbacks, he's going to be a very consistent quarterback if he pans out. And I think that the number one thing that I look at when analyzing a quarterback is QB instincts, is what I like to call it. And it has nothing to do with arm strength, how fast of a 40 you run. It has nothing to do with any of that. It's about how you manage games, how you react to the pass rush, understanding game clock situations. That's the important stuff when you're evaluating a quarterback. We've seen guys like Mitchell Trubisky who have all the physical talent, but he had awful QB instincts, and ultimately he hasn't really panned out with the Chicago Bears. We've seen a ton of guys like that. But to me personally, I think Jake Fromm has those QB instincts. It just seems like he knows what to do in the big games. He seems to understand the game clock situations. He understands when to check down the ball and when to make the longer passes. That's what really intrigues me about Jake Fromm. He's never going to be one of those elite, physically gifted dudes, but he could be a very consistent quarterback. And if you're at the Atlanta Falcons, you might want to be ahead of the curve, because Drew Brees is 41 years old for the New Orleans Saints. Tom Brady's approaching 43 years old for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So if you're the Atlanta Falcons and you draft a guy like Jake Fromm, maybe not in the second round, but the third round, Jake Fromm would be a steal in my opinion. A guy like that, he seems to show signs of being a Tom Brady-like guy, where he's never going to have the physical tools, but he's going to be very consistent. He's going to be very professional. He's very mechanically sound. I think a guy like that, after Drew Brees and Tom Brady retire, the Atlanta Falcons might be ahead of the curve. And obviously, even though the Panthers have Teddy Bridgewater, it's not given, obviously, that he'll be good, even though I think he will. So if you're the Atlanta Falcons, it makes sense. You can still compete with Matt Ryan right now. But just as a future investment, you just draft Jake Fromm, let him sit on the bench for a year or two, and see how he turns out. Because we've seen that you don't need a Patrick Mahomes or Deshaun Watson to win a Super Bowl. We've seen guys like Jared Goff and Jimmy Garoppolo get to the Super Bowl. We've seen a guy like Nick Foles win a Super Bowl, a guy like Joe Flacco win a Super Bowl. You don't always need the extremely talented quarterback to get to the Super Bowl. If you have a nice game manager who doesn't really turn the ball over, is mechanically sound, you can win a Super Bowl with that guy. We've seen Tom Brady win 6 Super Bowls that way with the New England Patriots. So why not Jake Fromm? That's all I had to say, though. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Please like and subscribe. I'll be providing more NFL and NBA hot takes as the season goes on, and have a good day. Remember to follow me on Twitter, Jensen Sports. See y'all later.